Hey there, fellow dirt enthusiasts. I'm thrilled you've stopped by the Soil Sensei channel today because we're diving deep into one of my absolute favorite topics, creating an earthworm paradise right in your raised beds. After 15 years of getting my hands dirty and making more soil mistakes than I care to admit, I've discovered the secret formula that turns any raised bed into an irresistible earthworm hotel. You know that moment when you dig into your garden and find fat, happy earthworms wiggling through your soil? That's pure gardening gold right there. These incredible creatures are nature's ultimate soil engineers, and today I'm sharing the 6 game-changing additions that will have them moving into your raised beds faster than you can say vermiculture. Let me start with something you probably toss in the trash every morning: used coffee grounds. This was my first aha moment years ago when I noticed earthworms absolutely thriving around the base of my coffee-loving neighbor's compost pile. Coffee grounds are like earthworm candy, but there's science behind this attraction. The grounds provide a perfect nitrogen source while maintaining a slightly acidic pH that earthworms find irresistible. But here's the crucial part most gardeners miss. You can't just dump fresh grounds directly onto your soil. I learned this the hard way when I killed off a section of my lettuce bed with overly acidic, fresh grounds. The magic happens when you let those grounds age for about 2 weeks, or better yet, mix them into your compost first. I keep a dedicated container by my coffee maker and collect grounds for about a week before spreading them in a thin layer across my raised beds. The earthworms appear within days, and I've watched my soil structure transform dramatically over just one growing season. Start with about ½ an inch of aged grounds per month, and watch carefully how your soil responds. Different soil types handle coffee grounds differently, so observe and adjust accordingly. So, this discovery actually came about during a particularly lazy weekend when, honestly, I was just too tired to make a proper compost run. I had this stack of old newspapers lying around and decided, hey, why not shred them directly into my raised beds? Well, within a week I had more earthworms than I'd ever seen in that particular bed. Newspaper really serves as the perfect carbon source to balance out nitrogen-rich additions like coffee grounds or kitchen scraps. The key here is using only black and white printed pages. You definitely want to avoid those glossy inserts or colored inks since they might contain heavy metals. I usually run newspapers through my paper shredder, making these confetti-sized pieces that break down beautifully. The earthworms actually use this shredded paper as both food and bedding material. As they process it, they're also aerating your soil and depositing nutrient-rich castings at the same time. I found that mixing shredded newspaper with other organic matter creates the perfect environment for earthworm reproduction. Just apply a thin layer every few weeks, working it gently into the top few inches of soil, and don't worry if it looks a bit messy at first. Within about a month, your earthworm workforce will have transformed it into rich, dark humus. Here's where things get, really exciting for both your earthworms and your plants. Banana peels are absolutely irresistible to earthworms, and they bring some serious nutritional value to your soil ecosystem. The high potassium content supports strong plant growth, while the soft texture makes them super easy for earthworms to process. I've experimented with different preparation methods over the years, and honestly, I've found that chopping banana peels into small pieces and burying them about 2 inches deep works best. This helps prevent any surface odors while giving earthworms direct access to this premium food source. What makes banana peels particularly special is their quick decomposition rate. Unlike some organic materials that take months to break down, banana peels disappear within 3 to 4 weeks, leaving behind incredible earthworm castings and improved soil structure. I typically bury banana peels from our weekly fruit consumption directly around established plants. The earthworms find them quickly, and I've noticed that plants receiving this treatment show noticeably improved flowering and fruiting throughout the season. This addition serves double duty in ways that continue to amaze me. Crushed eggshells provide essential calcium for both your plants and the earthworms themselves, while gradually raising soil pH if you're dealing with overly acidic conditions. The preparation process is crucial for maximum effectiveness. I collect eggshells in a container until I have about a dozen, then bake them at 200 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 minutes to eliminate any potential pathogens. After cooling, I crush them into small pieces, not powder but chunks about the size of a pencil eraser. Earthworms need calcium for their reproductive health and use the gritty texture to aid their digestion process. As they consume the eggshells along with other organic matter, they're distributing calcium throughout your soil profile and creating the perfect environment for strong plant cell development. I sprinkle crushed eggshells around my tomatoes, peppers, and other calcium-loving plants every few weeks during the growing season. The earthworm activity around these areas is always noticeably higher, and I rarely deal with blossom end rot or other calcium deficiency issues. If you want to create the ultimate earthworm habitat, aged manure is your foundation material. Now this isn't about grabbing fresh manure from the nearest farm. That would actually repel earthworms and honestly could burn your plants. We're talking about manure that's been composted for at least 6 months and, well, preferably a full year if you can manage it. Well-aged cow or horse manure creates the perfect balance of nutrients, organic matter, and moisture retention that earthworms absolutely thrive in. When I first started incorporating aged manure into my raised beds, I was honestly shocked by how quickly the earthworm population exploded. Within a month, every shovelful of soil contained multiple earthworms. This final addition might be the most underrated earthworm attractant in existence. Leaf mold, not to be confused with fresh fallen leaves, is what happens when leaves decompose slowly in a moist, low-oxygen environment for an entire year or more. Creating leaf mold is incredibly simple, but, well, it does require patience. I collect fallen leaves each autumn, pile them in a corner of my yard, and keep them slightly moist throughout the year. By the following fall, I have rich, dark, crumbly leaf mold that earthworms find absolutely irresistible. The magic of leaf mold lies in its perfect carbon-to-nitrogen ratio and incredible water retention properties. When mixed into raised bed soil, it creates the ideal environment for earthworm reproduction while dramatically improving soil structure. I've seen earthworm populations triple in beds where I've incorporated generous amounts of leaf mold. Work leaf mold into your raised beds in early spring, mixing it thoroughly with your existing soil. The earthworms will find it quickly and begin the process of transforming it into premium castings that will feed your plants throughout the entire growing season. The real magic happens when you combine these 6 ingredients strategically throughout your growing season. I found that earthworms respond best to variety and consistency rather than large applications of single materials. Start with a foundation of aged manure and leaf mold worked into your beds in early spring. Throughout the growing season, add coffee grounds and shredded newspaper monthly, banana peels weekly, and crushed eggshells every few weeks. This creates a sustainable feeding schedule that keeps your earthworm population thriving year-round. Remember, healthy earthworm populations indicate healthy soil ecosystems. These incredible creatures are processing organic matter, creating drainage channels, and depositing nutrient-rich castings throughout your root zone. The result is stronger plants, better water retention, and soil that improves dramatically each season. The transformation doesn't happen overnight, but with consistency and patience, you'll create raised beds that become earthworm magnets naturally. Your plants will reward you with improved growth, better disease resistance, and increased yields that make every bit of effort worthwhile. Ready to transform your raised beds into Earthworm Paradise? Give these 6 additions a try and let me know in the comments how your soil responds. Don't forget to subscribe to Soil Sensei for more game-changing gardening insights, and share this article with fellow gardeners who are ready to take their soil health to the next level.